I've been kicked out of my own home 2 months later, 2 months after buying it due to past owner's mistake. The legal loophole makes it worse. A home owner said he was unable to move into his new home due to the previous owners. Doug Russell said he was meant to move into his Ohio property. The posts have been kicked out of my own home 2 months after buying it due to the post owner mistake, makes it what appears on latest breaking Nigeria just today. The homeowner said he has been unable to move into his new home due to the previous owners. Doug Russell said he was meant to move into his Ohio property in April, but was still in his old apartment at the start of May due to a legal loophole. Doug Russell has been trying to move into his home for months. Russell said the previous tenants were asked to leave the home on April 23rd. He claimed they refused to move out of the property and argued it was supposedly sold from underneath them, according to a local Fox affiliate. Russell said he has since engaged in a difficult legal process to move into the home he recently bought. They are still living in my house, he said. There is nothing I can do to get them out. There is nothing I can do to get them out. The previous tenants have reportedly not wanted to move as they lived in the property for 11 years. They had previously rented a house from the old homeowner who has since died. The property was then passed on to the old homeowner's granddaughter, who sold the place to Russell, according to the station. Russell had begun the legal process of getting the tenants to move out of his home. If the court ruled in his favor, he could have his property to himself within 10 days. However, if the judge sides with the tenant, Russell was forced to stay in his apartment. The homeowner was scheduled to appear in court this week, but the outcome has remained unclear. Meanwhile, another couple has been fighting to stay in their Vancouver home. We feel like we are kind of living in limbo, and we have been living in limbo since the middle of December, Jennifer said to CTV in January. We don't know what to do, Christopher added. The couple was served a no-fault eviction because the landlord said his son needed to move into the property. However, Christopher believes the landlord might have other motives. We think it is suspicious that his son is moving in, Christopher said. All communication in regards to this house has been in regards to rental increase, not that his son has been displeased. No-fault evictions allow landlords to remove tenants even if they haven't done any fault of their own. Robert Patterson, a lawyer for the Tenant Resource and Advisory Center, revealed this was a common tool for landlords to use in the area, which has caused a pivot, Patterson said. This is an epidemic of this specific kind of eviction right now in the province. The eviction process has been previously criticized for how it puts tenant security at risk, according to Alan Boswell Group. The process needs to be fairer, it needs to be more transparent, he said. It needs to give tenants a chance to protect and defend their housing in the middle of a housing and eviction crisis. Now, I think this is where I'm going to say we should pay more attention to this. If you're getting a land, I have not said a lot. I've been looking for an opportunity to tell us if you are getting a land, you are getting a property, please do your due diligence. Do your due diligence. Do your due diligence, because crying will not solve anything. Most especially, you see this Lagos to what's it called? What's the name of that road? Lagos to Calabar road that you're actually doing right now, that is undergoing, that you just recently started. A woman who got a building, I think it's a shop. Yeah, she spent a lot on that particular shop. She said they just recently moved in. They have spent everything they have in making sure, the apartment was ready. They were ready to move in, and they just moved in Whether they said this is even January, I be December. No, they moved in February. And by May, by May, they were already telling them to leave. They have only spent 3 months in that particular building. You know, she was really, really sad. She was crying about it, and unfortunately the law, they move, it's not an they see emotion, they feel emotion. And they tell you, do your due diligence. Make sure you are getting the place where, and you're getting the place you are getting, they will not come. Imagine after spending millions and millions of naira in this time where we say everywhere they tight. You can't spend that money, you now get a house or get a home or get an office space, and then months after getting it, they're telling you and your family members, not be all of them they are aware, such kind of thing arises, or you not hear that, oh, not government property. Like, especially in Nigeria here, this one is happening abroad though. So imagine these things are everywhere, but the one that is very common in Nigeria here is, it is either they tell you, oh, the land where they sell for you, say the family, they no conclude. The one that it used to be more popular is, they tell you, say family members no know, say that only one of them now carry the house. Say, do you understand? Or they now tell you, sorry, you now government property, now you day. It's hot so much. Most especially, maybe you're even coming from where you're actually a tenant. Maybe you don't already make up your mind, repay your tent or whatever. You don't already even tell your landlord, say you don't move out. Imagine that kind of a thing. And then this now happens. I cannot imagine. And the first primary need of a man is not even food. I'm telling you the truth. For a man to be thinking straight, it's not food. Now, where in roof go they under? If man no get where in roof go they under, if you are working, you are not going to be focused. It is when you have where you can go back to. Other time if they come, the reason, okay, this I go chow if I reach as I feel drink my pure water. If I reach as I go drink 2 sachets of water, sleep. Do you understand? The fact that you get where you go rest your head alone is satisfying. So imagine that being taken from you unexpectedly. That being taken from you in the sense that, and it's not just that, your money, your sweat, your resources, your time. No. I no wish unto my enemy. No. Make you get problem. We say you pay for property or you pay for land. You can't start to build. They can't come tell you, oh, no be all the family member agree. Okay, madam, they don't buy you. They don't take your money. You sell this house. You release this land. Or government can't talk say, you read this house, the day for road. Kai. It is not going to be funny. So do your due diligence when protecting the property. If you're not around and maybe a real estate company is purchasing it for you or the one selling it to you, please make sure there is a clause where they bear 100% responsibility even if this thing arises because you're not around. Alright, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. So thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.